Hey, what's going on? Usifiso Mhlongo here, Njomaneka Magapi, and welcome to another video. Ever since I started with the network marketing business, the way I think at this present moment has changed in a way that I never expected. I came to realize and understand how the majority of people think about their finances. And then I discovered that a lot of people think that what separates rich people from poor people is that rich people simply have more money. And that's absolutely wrong. What separates these two groups of people from each other is actually their way of thinking. And having more money or not having money at all is simply one of the consequences of the way they think about money. And one main reason that most people stay poor is because they don't realize that no matter what they do, as long as they keep that kind of thinking, they'll never get out from those difficult financial obstacles. In fact, it's not only keeping you poor, but it's literally making your life miserable. A poor person's mentality is the worst thing that you could ever have. And please don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to say poor people are bad, but you see, that kind of mentality is what's preventing them to get rich or at least make their lives a little better. Okay, so now let's see how you can get rid of that mentality. Poor people focus on the wrong side of the story. As Jack Ma said, the worst people to serve are the poor people. Give them something for free and they think it's a trap. Tell them it's a small business and they don't need a lot of money to start, and they'll say that they won't make enough money out of it. Tell them to make a big investment and they'll say they don't have the money. Tell them to try new things like an online business and they'll say they don't have the experience. Tell them it's a traditional business like a franchise and they'll say that's too hard to do, the competition is too strong. Tell them it's a new business model, they'll say it's a scam. Tell them to run a spaza shop, they'll say they can't compete with the Pakistani nationals because they are everywhere in this country. Tell them to run a supermarket, they'll say they'll have to work 24/7 and won't have freedom. But you see, what I've realized is that all of them have something in common. They love to listen to friends who are as hopeless as them. They all think they know everything, but their actions are even less than those of a blind man. And if you ask them, so what can you do to improve your life? They won't be able to answer you. Instead of thinking about it, why don't you do something about it? Poor people fail because of one common behavior. Their whole lives are about waiting. They are waiting for that one-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make everything happen. They are waiting as if someone one day will come to them and hand them R1 billion and thank them for waiting all this time, and finally they can enjoy their lives. I always see people play the lottery every week for a chance that someday maybe the jackpot could be theirs. You find people at every gambling house, whether they bet the lottery, soccer bet, and even horse racing, hoping that one day all their dreams will come true. The only thing that matters are the results. What would you do if someday your boss comes in and tells you that, what, last month we never got any profit from our sales, so we're not going to pay you this month? Maybe you'll probably kick your boss's butt because you work those hours and you deserve that money. That's your boss's problem, that the company didn't make enough money, right? Then why won't you complain that it's unfair when your boss makes much more money than you, when the company is doing well and when the market is up? People are protesting in the streets complaining about wage inequality, arguing that you must be paid based on your efforts, but that's not how it works. It doesn't matter how many hours you work or how much effort you put in. All what matters are the final results. Let me ask you this question. Will you buy my products just because I spent a year creating it? Absolutely not. You'll buy it only when you find it valuable. So stop thinking in a way that says I deserve a higher salary because I have a PhD in engineering or I have a 10-year corporate experience. All what matters is what you can deliver. And all I can say to you is that working for your money never stops. A lot of people imagine themselves that, when I get rich, I'll stop working and enjoy my life on the beach, which is why a lot of people are not rich. It's only fair to say that growing, learning, and competing never ends. Life is like a sport. You always have to be in shape, and for that reason, you have to constantly grow, otherwise you'll fall behind. Take a look at Donald Trump for an example. Regardless of whether you like him or not, even at the age of 70, he still worked his ass off and proved the whole world to be wrong and became the president. Compare that to an average 70-year-old who has retired 10 years ago with no medical aid, who's probably waiting to pass away. Some people even give up at the age of 30 years or 40 years with an excuse that it's too late for them already. So for as long as you are alive, you should keep hustling. And while you are at it, you might just want to consider getting into network marketing. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'd also like to hear your opinion on what's the number one reason that's preventing most people from achieving financial freedom down in the comments below. and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.